Welcome everybody. It's senior day here at MSU Soccer Park. 9 student athletes being honored right now as you see them walking in with all the gifts that they've been giving. The 9 seniors that are being recognized right now: Kate Kerr, Mackenzie Albert, Ashley DiFrancesco, Michaela Henderson, Lauren Hutchinson, Emily Schuler, Madeline Laseca, Kylie Prendergast, and Natalie Ruffino.
As a freshman in 2022, Ashley was selected first team all NJAC and first team all region, starting 18 out of all 18 games. And our NJAC academic student athlete, she will graduate with a degree in business administration, is accompanied today by her mom Tracy and her dad Ed. Let's give it up for Ashley DiFrancesco. Next, number 11, Michaela Henderson. Henderson is a 4-year varsity athlete and a senior captain from Natick, Massachusetts, who has won 309 minutes and 21 matches throughout her career up to tonight. She has counted 2 goals throughout her career for 4 points, one of which came this season at Moravia. Off the pitch, she has also been a valuable member of the athletics department, serving in various roles on the gaming operations staff for many different sports. An all-NJAC academic student athlete, she will graduate with a degree in exercise science and is accompanied tonight by her mom Jess, her dad Peter, her brother Zach, and her sister and fellow teammate Kira. Let's hear it for Michaela Henderson. Up next, number 14, Lauren Hutchinson. Hutchinson came to Montclair this fall for her graduate student season after being a 4-year varsity letter winner in women's soccer and softball at William Patterson. For the Red Hawks, she has logged 169 minutes in 9 matches played up to tonight and has collected an assist for 1 point that came in this year's NJAC match against Keene. She will graduate with a degree in Earth and Environmental Science and is accompanied tonight by her mom Dawn, her dad Bud, and her brother Sean. Let's hear it for Lauren Hutchinson. Next, number 21, Madeline Laseca. Laseca is a 3-year letter winner for the Red Hawks, logging 1,708 minutes and 48 matches played with 11 starts up to tonight. She has recorded 5 goals and 6 assists for 16 points throughout her career. An all-NJAC academic student athlete, Maddie will be graduating early this year with a degree in exercise science and will be pursuing a graduate degree in nursing. She is accompanied tonight by her mom Emily, her dad Robert, and her brother Alex. Round of applause for Madeline Laseca. Up next, number 22, Emily Schuler. Schuler is a 4-year varsity athlete who has amassed 4,963 minutes, starting in 70 contests throughout her career. A second-team All-NJAC selection in 2024, Shu has tallied 2 goals and 3 assists for 7 points in her time as a Red Hawk, while also serving as a team captain in her junior and senior seasons. Off the field, she has played a vital role in the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, including this year serving as the SAC president. An all-NJAC academic student athlete, she will graduate with a degree in physical education, is accompanied tonight by her mom Maria, her dad Mark, and her sister Erin. Let's hear it for Emily Schuler. Next, number 25, Kylie Prendergast. Kylie is a 4-year varsity letter winner who has amassed 4,625 minutes and has started in 70 matches throughout her career up to tonight. She has accumulated 32 goals and 19 assists for 83 points, all of which rank top 10 in Montclair women's soccer history, and have helped her earn 2nd-team All-Region, 3 first-team All-NJAC, and NJAC Rookie of the Year accolades. An All-NJAC academic and CSC academic all-Division student athlete, she will graduate with a degree in nutrition and food science and is accompanied tonight by her mom Suzette, her dad Evan, and her brother Dave. Give it up for Kylie Prendergast. And finally, number 29, Natalie Ruffino. Natalie is a 4-year varsity athlete from Hackney, New Jersey, who has logged 960 minutes and 40 matches played with 3 starts up to tonight. She has tallied 1 assist for 1 point throughout her career, which came this season against Manhattanville. An all-NJAC academic student athlete, she will graduate with a degree in exercise science and is accompanied tonight by her mom Amy, her dad Mark, and her sister Abby. Round of applause for Natalie Ruffino. We would like to congratulate our senior class one last time and thank you for all of your hard work and dedication to the Montclair State University athletic community. We know your futures will be bright as you have all left a positive impact on the Montclair State University women's soccer program. Fans, let's give one last big round of applause for your senior class.
Congratulations to all of the seniors. What a great season so far. And speaking of that, did you see Saturday? What a game that we saw. But let's take a look at the highlights.
Thursday night's battle against Rowan. The Redhawks entered Thursday's matchup unbeaten on the season, and Rowan was the same at 5-0, but the Redhawks pulled off a pesky tie, putting them at number 2 in the standings. The Profs struck first, just 3 minutes in on a cross into the box, was headed home by Angela Oliveto to take a 1-0 lead. Montclair nearly answered a few times in the first half. Samir Lukovic's shot missed just wide, and in the 26th minute, Danielle Mullings tried to slot one low to the left corner, but the Rowan keeper made the stop. The Redhawks finally broke through in the 56th minute. Isabel Cronow pushed up the sideline and sent a perfect ball into Kylie Prendergast, who finished at the near post to tie things at 1. Rowan reclaimed the lead in the 74th minute as Angela Oliveto scored her second goal of the game, finishing off a cross from the far end line to put the Profs back on top 2-1. But Montclair wouldn't quit. After a late corner, a scramble in front found Shannon Mullins, who cut it right and buried the equalizer in the 85th minute, tying the game at 2. Solange Bell added a big save down the stretch, and the Redhawks held on for a 2-2 draw, keeping their unbeaten season alive heading into today's matchup with Ramapo.
But we are now live from MSU Soccer Park for coverage of women's soccer, Montclair State women's soccer to be exact. My name's Thomas Gaffney Jr. alongside Tyler Copen, but they take on the Ramapo Roadrunners for this epic NJAC matchup. But what did you just see? We just saw senior day, 9 seniors being recognized here on the field for all their accomplishments with the Redhawks. And then what else did you just see? You saw the amazing tie between Rowan and the Montclair State Redhawks. It was absolutely insane on Saturday. But now the Redhawks stay at the top and now are battling for a bye spot. And now, Tyler, if the season ended today, how would things be working out in the playoffs?
Well, as we take a look here, if the season were to end today, Rowan would have the 1 seed and they would have the bye. Montclair would also obtain a bye with the 2 seed. TCNJ would be the 3 seed, hosting Rutgers Newark, who would be the 6 seed and the last team in. Stockton would be the home team, the 4 seed, hosting Kane, who would be the 5 seed. Who do we want? Well, let's take a look back at the 2024 playoff runs with a bracket that looked very similar.
We jumped to the future for a bit, but now let's jump back to the past. The Redhawks came to the playoffs as the 3 seed, narrowly missing the bye. First round against the Kane Cougars. No goals during the regular minutes of the game. All tied up, heading into overtime. None other than All-American Aileen Cahill with the Redhawks up 1-0 in the 99th minute, and will be on to the next round. They play the Rowan Profs. In the first matchup, they lost 3-1, but they put that in the past. Kell would send the game to overtime in the 88th minute, and then Nikki Dans would score the game winner and send the Redhawks to the NJAC final. Now in Ewing, the Redhawks would go down 1-0 early on, but again, Cahill finds the back of the net to tie it up 1-1. After that, it was all gas, no breaks for the Lions. They would score 3 more times and ultimately win the NJAC tournament 4-1. Heartbreak to end the season for the Redhawks.
Of that playoff run was the duo of Kylie Prendergast and Eileen Cahill. Cahill has graduated from the program, leaving Prendergast to find some new footing in this new season, and boy, has she done that, as we're going to take a look at a quick slideshow about her. Well, in her first 3 seasons with the Montclair State Redhawks, she has been a top 3 goal scorer consistently with 24 goals and 15 assists. She had a bit of a slow start this season, getting used to some new players around here, only scoring 2 goals in her first 9 games. But the tide is turning. Prendergast has scored 6 goals in her last 5 games, and that is what you want once you hit the playoffs. She is the #2 goal scorer in the NJAC with 8 goals and 4 assists. She has been unbelievable. Let's hear what her team has to say with the playoffs fast approaching.
We're not looking ahead, but we know how important these last few games are, especially with the NJAC playing different teams at different times. We know we've had some tougher opponents, but they're all like tough at the end of the day. The NJAC's kind of crazy, but we're just focusing like game to game, like day to day.
I don't like thinking too far ahead because I don't know, I feel like it just makes, like mentally, that like makes things worse for me. I like to like think about what's now and what's like in front of me and focus on when it comes. But when I think about it a little, my mind goes there a little. I'm very excited, extremely excited. We also tied with the team that's like ranked number 11, so it just shows how much more potential we have to keep growing. And like that's really hard, especially because it's later in the season. You think that like this is us, but no, like we have way more to come, like way more to learn, way more to grow from by the time like the end of the season comes.
Yeah, I am sad about the end of the season, but I'm also excited for the playoffs because I feel like from last year, an example is we were playing really good in the playoffs, so I feel like we'll continue that going into this year.
And all these games in the NJAC are going to be super competitive. So for us, it's a matter of getting the ball down and playing and trying to use our athleticism, our creativity to make sure we can get people kind of out of sync a little bit. But these next 3 opponents are all very difficult to do that. So we're going to have to play real well. I'm really happy with the way things are going this year. I told the kids the other day, like, there's very few teams that haven't had a loss until this point in the season. And I mean, it's hard. It's hard to get that many results. And I think this group has overcome a lot. There's a lot of new pieces. There's a lot of young kids we're counting on. There's a lot of older kids who have been asked to do different things, and the way it's come together and the way they've been team first is really refreshing and rewarding.
After tonight, the Redhawks will only have 2 games left. They would go on the road to Galloway to play Stockton on Saturday. A big thing to note is that this Redhawks team has 7 wins on the road. They've been dominating teams on their own field the whole season. And then they come back next Wednesday to play the final regular season matchup against Rutgers Camden. The Redhawks have never lost to Rutgers Camden, but both of these teams sit at 2nd and 3rd in goals allowed. Their back lines have been very, very dominant. And now for Montclair, it's simple. If you win out, you clinch a bye in the first round. Those next couple of games are going to be huge, especially for the seeding and for the NJAC tournament. And now, Tyler, let's get into the matchup a little bit here. I know you have some players to watch. Give them to me.
So my first player to watch is Shannon Mullins. She has 27 career points coming into tonight. 16 of those points have come in the 13 games this season. Her impact has certainly been felt and helped this squad tremendously in their unbeaten season so far. Her biggest goal of her career so far came last game to keep the Redhawks' unbeaten record alive by scoring the game-tying goal against the top-seeded Rowan Profs. And not to mention, she is also currently on a 6-game point streak. My other player to watch is the senior Kylie Prendergast. She has been the biggest piece for this team ever since her freshman year. In her 2 first years, she was 2nd on the team in points and goals both years. Last year was a down year for her, but she was still top 3 in points. She has bounced back to her regular self in her senior campaign and possibly even better. She leads the team in points and goals while also being very active in the box, recording at least 1 point in her last 6 of 7 games. The senior is looking to add to her career season, and what a better night to do it than senior night.
Yeah, right now we have the starting lineups coming out and then the national anthem. But, Tyler, you're absolutely correct. What if Kylie Prendergast goes out there, gets a goal in her senior night? You also have 9 other seniors that are looking to kind of have a fairy tale here at senior night with a goal. That would be absolutely amazing. But then also Shannon Mullins. What a player she has been this season. Obviously comes into this program as a freshman. She wins at NJAC Rookie of the Year in 2023. And then ever since that, she just took the ground running, and she's been absolutely lights out this season. Like you said, a 6-point game streak right now on the season. And again, that game-winning goal, absolutely amazing.
Absolutely. She has skyrocketed this season. Her first 2 seasons, as you said, a little slow start, but she still made an impact, and she won NJAC Rookie of the Year her freshman year. But this year, she has stepped it up another level. Like I said before, 16 points in 13 games. Unbelievable. She has been tremendous so far. Let's see if she can keep it up here tonight. I believe that she will. I believe that she's going to extend that streak to 7 games with at least 1 point in a game, whether it's scoring a goal or finding a teammate like Kylie Prendergast in the box to put it in the back of the net.
I like that take, Tyler. And again, this team has been on a roll, unbeaten through 14 games on the season. And at home, they mask a 2-0-5 record. And again, their record on away 7-0. It's been very, very dominant on the road, but at home they still have not been able to really find their footing and potentially get some goals to get a win. They only have 2 wins and 5 ties on the season. But again, if you're kind of looking at the Ramapo Roadrunners as well, if you look at their record, they have not won a single time on the road yet this season. All of their wins coming at home.
Yeah, they're really going to look to take advantage of a Montclair team who they don't struggle at home, but they don't have as much success at home as they do on the road, which is kind of shocking because usually it's the other way around. A team is going to do great at home, but then struggle on the road. This Montclair team, they are looking to get back on track on the road, at home, get another win on the board. And this Ramapo team, they're looking to make a run to possibly make the NJAC tournament for the 3rd time under Coach Abby Schiffler.
Yeah, right now they sit at the bottom with only 3 points. There are only 3 points coming against from a win against William Patterson earlier on in the season. Then you look at Montclair State. We did touch it in the pregame. Right now they're sitting 2nd in the NJAC. And again, right above them is the Rowan Profs, who, guess what? They tied. Number 11th ranked Rowan Profs, actually. It is an amazing ranked win from the Redhawks. But right now, if they win out, they get a first-round bye, and that's exactly what you want. You want the field going. You want the players. You want the teams going through Montclair State University and here at MSU Soccer Park.
Absolutely, and with Coach Naughter, he is very experienced. He has appeared in a ton of NJAC tournaments, and he is NJAC Coach of the Year 5 times for a reason. He is looking to keep that streak going of making the NJAC tournament, and he loves to have it here at MSU Soccer Park, where you don't have to make a long travel to some of these schools like Rowan. Say you don't get that first round bye, next round you might have to go play Rowan. That is 2 hours down south. That is a long trip for your squad. And
last year they did travel quite a bit. Obviously they played here against Kane, and then they had to go and make that trek down to Rowan, and then had to go back down south to TCNJ to play the NJAC final. So again, you see what happened last year. They don't want that. They have a prime spot to at least play the first 2 rounds in the NJAC playoffs here at MSU Soccer Park, and then pending if Rowan does make the final, and if it stands, if they do stay at that number 1 seed, then they will have to go down to Rowan University to play the NJAC final if both these teams do make it farther into the final. But again, it looks like we are about to get ready here at MSU Soccer Park. Montclair State University obviously wearing the nice white, clean uniforms. The Ramapo Roadrunners wearing the nice maroon and white letters. It's a beautiful evening here at MSU Soccer Park. It's a little bit chilly, but you see the fall leaves. There's a lot of leaves on the ground right now, and this is the weather that I love, and this is the weather. This is perfect and prime weather for some soccer. It really is. It is just absolutely beautiful out tonight. We've had some very hot days as of late, but today feels, like you said, like the perfect weather. We are in that low 60s, 50s range, and I think this is the most comfortable hoodie, and maybe you put like a little flannel over that hoodie. Get a little stylish with it in this kind of weather, but these players on the pitch, they're ready to go. They are ready to go, and again, we keep mentioning a big NJAC matchup. The Roadrunners still trying to find their 2nd win of the NJAC season, and obviously find their first win or first win on the road if they could get upset. So what does it mean if the Roadrunners do come into this game and potentially upset a team like Montclair State University? It's really just such a feeling of motivation for the Ramapo side. If they are able to come into MSU Soccer Park,
beat the number 2 team in the NJAC, the Montclair State Redhawks. That is just so uplifting to your team, and it gives you a lot of confidence because then, say, if you're able to win one game, you can win the next one, and you can win the next one. It's just a domino effect, and it really speaks volumes to the way that some of these teams play. And if Ramapo can do that, it is just going to give them all the momentum in the world to go and win those next couple games.
Yeah, and talking about kind of what the Roadrunners have done in the last couple of games, they went out there, they lost 1-0 in their last 2 games against NJCU and Stockton. But the key point to make is that they outshot both NJCU and Stockton combined 26-16 in shots, and they still lost 1-0 in both of those matchups. So it shows that the Ramapo Roadrunners want to go out there, they're still getting the shots, they just aren't being able to get the goals and have the goal end up in the back of the net.
Absolutely. It's proving that they can put pressure on the opposing team's defense, and it's just a matter of making the other team's goalie make that play. And so far in their past 2 games, both Stockton and NJCU have been able to step up against that pressure. Now, can Solange Bell do it? She is a very good goalie in her sophomore campaign, has done tremendous, but let's see if this back line for the Redhawks can hold up.
And the back line, again, has been absolutely dominant this season. Only have conceded 9 goals all season. They're second in the NJAC in goals conceded, and a big part of that is Solange Bell. She's only conceded 8 of those goals, the other one coming from the backup goalkeeper. But again, this back line's been strong. A lot of freshmen like Kiera Henderson slots right in there. Aria Hicks, another player who came in last season and now has made her mark. She started in every single game in her tenure as a Red Hawk. It's a very, very good back line, but it all starts with Solange Bell in net.
Absolutely. So let's see if we can get underway here. I mean, like you said, tonight is just so beautiful out. Driving up back on campus, you know, it's fall break, but we're still in it. We're still here grinding. You know, the Red Hawk Sports Network does not stop.
It does not stop indeed, as we even have another broadcast on Saturday. And that's 3 broadcasts during fall break, but we're halfway through it now. And we are underway here at MSU Soccer Park for some Montclair State versus the Ramapo Roadrunners action. Montclair State started with the ball, trying to apply some pressure as they do.
Ramapo looking to be patient here. And that's the key against Montclair's back line. They're going to stay strong. But if Ramapo can just find a little hole, they might have some success here tonight.
A lot of back and forth so far to start this game. Throw in for the Red Hawks as it comes into Cronow. Ball is lost by the Red Hawks. Pressure still on by Cronow. Mullins had it in the midfield. And that one's going to be a call for a handball.
Looked like Samira Lukovic took a knee right into the gut. That one's going to sting a little bit, especially on a cold night like this.
Montclair State still keeping pressure. That ball into Cronow. Now she's in the box. She's going to cross that one over. No one's there. Back post. It's going to be over the net. But a good chance for the Red Hawks to start off this game.
A good shot attempt and a good kind of omen early that the Red Hawks are able to get the pressure into the box. We know that Ramapo has conceded a lot of first half goals. So Montclair trying to take advantage of that and get started early and often.
That shot was by Orlana. And for the Roadrunners, they come into this game conceded 20 goals, and 15 of those 20 goals have been conceded in the first half. So the Red Hawks look to start off strong.
Absolutely, and that's one thing that Coach Notter preaches, just putting the pressure on the other team. That's what you want to do. And if you can do that by putting the ball in the box early and taking advantage of something that Ramapo is willing to give you early, then that's one thing that Montclair is going to do, and they're going to have a lot of success at.
Red Hawks had a couple of chances. There's miscommunication between Cronow and Albert earlier. Ball tries to get up to Mullins. Comes back to Henderson. Henderson has some space, going to put it inside the box, trying to find Prendergast. She tries to take it down, but a little bit too heavy on the touch.
It's a good job defensively by the Roadrunners. Staying strong inside the box, dealing with the pressure. able to fight through it.
Roadrunners now look to try to start an attack through the midfield. That one's going to be intercepted by Schuler. Schuler has a lot of space. She's going to take it. She's going to use her speed. Still has some space around another defender. And now another one. She's taking it all the way. Takes the shot. And it's wide right. Wow, what a run by Schuler from about the midfield.
That was unbelievable. She traveled about 50 yards, weaving through defenders, able to get it on the right side of the box, got a shot off just right of the goal. But that shows that Montclair, they're going to put the pressure on you early, and it can be anyone. I mean, Schuler, she has really done a wonderful job this season, and on her senior day, she's looking to make an impact.
That would have been her first goal in the season if she did get that one. But as they're battling in the corner right now, Montclair State's going to win, or actually Ramapo is going to win a goal kick for themselves.
Ramapo, I mean, they're dealing with the pressure right now, but they have really done a great job so far. We know 15 out of the 20 goals this season that they have conceded have come in the first half. So far, Montclair has 2 shots on goal, and really, we have not seen the ball inside Montclair's territory or Montclair's side of the field this game in the first couple minutes. And Ramapo, even though they haven't been able to get any offensive pressure, their defense is really staying strong, and that back line is staying strong.
Ball through for Prendergast. Cuts back in. Cronow's still on it. She still has it. Trying to battle around, trying to get it back out to Orlana. Crosses into the box, and it's going to be deflected away for a Montclair State corner.
This is where Montclair has to take advantage on the corner kick, just trying to find an open player inside the box and then just trying to, in the mesh of bodies, just tip it somewhere. That is where they're going to have success.
Players coming up for the Red Hawks. Lukovic on the run, outside the box. She's going to receive it. She's going to put it one time into the box, going to be deflected, and the Roadrunners going to clear that one away.
Great defense yet again by the Roadrunners. Had the corner opportunity, and now here's a one-on-one opportunity.
Amanda Barr got the ball back, had no help with her. She still has it, holds up play. That one's just kicked away by number 7, Carly Gazzardo.
And going back to the corners, 87 corner kicks so far this season for the Red Hawks. But their opponents, only 30. That shows you how much pressure they are putting on the offensive side and how great this back line has been for Montclair.
Yeah, it just shows that they get the shots off, and even though it doesn't end up in the back of the net, they're still getting more and more chances to try again. Solange Bell now on the goal kick for the Red Hawks. The Roadrunners still hold on to it. They're going to kick it out wide. Now on the chase. It's going to be number 28, Capitanello. Ball's going to go out of bounds for Red Hawks corner kick, or throw in. Roadrunners try to keep pressure. It's going to be intercepted by Lukovic in the midfield. Now the Red Hawks look to try to start a counterattack.
This is where Montclair is going to take advantage here. They have fast players on the offensive side, and that one goes over the fence, and that one might hit my car.
And that one is gone. Oh, wrong sport. But the Red Hawks still have a chance on the left side by Cronow, and it's going to be poked away by the Roadrunners for another Montclair State. Or actually, it's going to be called a Roadrunners goal kick.
Looked like Cronow might have lost possession there and just kind of skipped away for her and went over the back line. So Ramapo still staying strong on this defensive end. 7 minutes in to the first half.
Roadrunners trying to capitalize on the Montclair State challenges for them. Albert holds on to it. Going to hold up play back to Schuler. Schuler gives it over to Hicks. Hicks has a little bit of space. Good hold-up play by the Redhawks. And that one was just a little bit too hard, trying to find Orlana off the run.
That is a great designed play right there. Prendergast and Hicks kind of playing catch with it, and then Orlana down the far sideline, just out of the reach of her. But if she was able to get that, she had open space and an open player inside the box.
Capetinello on the run with it. Going to be poked away by Gazzardo. Redhawks retain the possession. Montclair State, a lot of pressure to start off in the first 9 minutes of the game, but the Roadrunners have had a couple of decent chances or attempts to try to push the ball upfield.
Yeah, they have no shots to show for it, but they have been getting a little bit of pressure.
That ball almost to Orlana again by Hicks, and that one's a little bit too short, but it was poked away by the Roadrunners, and the Redhawks keep possession of this ball with a throw-in.
Great opportunity for Montclair here. Just find an open player inside the box and see what she can do. Shannon Mullins, possibly that person.
Falls down the Mullins. She's going to put that one back out to Henderson. That one's just miscommunicated by Cronau, and now the Roadrunners look to be on an attack. Barr has it, holds up play, gets it over to Lee, and now the Roadrunners are going to reset here.
Good defense by Ramapo so far. Couple interceptions that have been really big for them on the defensive end.
That was great by Prendergast. She intercepted the ball. Redhawks now trying to control the midfield. Hicks again has some space on this left side. She's going to switch the field over to Henderson. Henderson sends a through ball trying to find Albert. That one's just going to be a little bit too hard and goes out for a Roadrunners goal kick.
A little too strong there, but a good design play. Montclair really trying to get into the box early. And they've had a lot of opportunities. Just some too strong passes where they're getting intercepted. So some early mistakes here from the Redhawks, but you know that Coach Naughter will fix those things up immediately and get his players straightened up so those passes are perfect.
They've been using the long ball a lot in this game to start off with the defenders in the back and trying to push up the left and right side of the field. Just again, like you said, a little bit too hard, a little bit too soft. You're just waiting for the perfect opportunity to where that one perfectly falls, and you have a really good chance to send one into the box.
And I think the thing about that is not every pass is going to be perfect. Not everything is going to be perfect. It's not going to be right at you, right where you need to. So you might have to speed up or slow down to get to the ball. And it's just a matter of Ramapo's defense making a mistake and just leaving a hole open for your team.
Gazzardo sends that one over. Albert's chasing on it, and it's going to go out for a Ramapo throw-in. Throw one comes in, it's going to be deflected away. Montclair State wins it back. Sends it back to Hicks. Finds Mullins. Mullins makes a move, now gets some space. She sends one over to Prendergast. Run it now, it's in the box. Montclair State still fighting for it. Still not gone yet. That one's through on goal. Cronau puts it over, and it looks like that one was deflected and saved by Gabby Matthias. And now again, Montclair State wins a corner kick.
A nice save by Matthias there. Cronau on that left side. Looked like she just tried to chip it over Matthias, but goalie was able to stand strong and just tip it out, get some part of her body on it. So now Montclair State, another corner.
Kick comes in. Trying to find the near post, but it's not going to enter the box, and it's going to go out for a Roadrunners goal kick. Ramapo has done a very good job in the first opening minutes of this game, stopping a lot of the Montclair State attacks.
Their back line has been very strong so far, and especially Matthias just had to make her first save of the night, but the back line has really done a very good job, able to kind of slow up the Montclair offensive players.
Prendergast has it, takes on her left foot, and it's a goal! Kylie Prendergast on her senior night opens the scoring for the Redhawks as they go up 1-0.
I feel like that's a bit of an announcer's jinx right there. Prendergast just did a wonderful job. She pretty much diced up that back line, went back right, came to the left with her left foot, able to put it in the right side of the net. So now Montclair leads 1-0, and yet again, another first half goal given up by the Roadrunners.
And it started with Schuler. She got up there, and here's the replay. Great shot with her left foot into the bottom corner, but it all started with Emily Schuler. She made a really good move in the midfield, got it up to Lukovic, and then Lukovic just found the through ball to Prendergast. She made a little bit of a move, got it on her dominant foot, and shot it and on a perfectly placed ball into the back of the net.
Absolutely. Prendergast, like I said in the pregame, she is just adding to her career year, able to get another 2 points for her squad. So just an unbelievable job by Kylie Prendergast. And on senior night, like I said before, what a better night to just add to your year than add to your senior year career than senior night.
Kylie Prendergast now has 1 point in her last, and at least 1 point in her last 6 games. She extends that streak along with Shannon Mullins, who kind of is now tied with the point streak here. But Mullins still have a lot of time left in this game to where she can extend it to 7.
Absolutely.
The Redhawks look to keep pressure here. It's just going to be collected by Matthias.
Cronau had an opportunity there. She wasn't able to catch up to it, but she did keep it in there. Got tipped by the Ramapo defender, so that's why Matthias had to grab that one before it went out of bounds and gave Montclair another corner.
Prendergast wins his ball back, goes up to Cronau. Cronau looks to use her speed. She does. Gets a little bit open. She puts it into the box, deflected away by Ramapo, and it looks like that one was out of bounds, and now Roadrunners win back the ball.
Going to be another goal kick for him, but Cronau really good both on the right and left side of the box right now. She's putting pressure on this back line, and if Prendergast and Cronau, the top 2 goal scorers for the squad, can do that, they're going to have a lot of success.
15 minutes through this game here at MSU Soccer Park. The Redhawks up 1-0 thanks to Kylie Prendergast. Ramapo now has to look to respond. Tries to send the ball. It's going to be deflected by Mullins, but still Ramapo keep possession, but now Montclair State win it back.
Great job by Shannon Mullins there. She just got a cleat on that one and sent it right back, and then Ramapo was able to get the rebound and just kind of send a little through ball. It didn't really go through.
Mullins is used to lifting the weights. She's a bodybuilder. She's one of the youngest bodybuilders to ever compete in the national stage. And you know, she gets the ball. Honestly, she probably was a brick wall out there. She's used to it. She lifts those weights. She goes out there, and again, really was nothing for her.
That one was the leg press. She got her leg up and just kind of pushed it out. That one she was working on. She envisioned herself doing a single leg press there.
Now she has it again. Has a little bit of space. She's going to take it. She has a lot of space, actually. She's going to take it all the way. She's going to take the shot. It's going to be wide right. But wow, she had a lot of space. She saw it. She's like, hey, you're going to give this to me? She's going to go and take it. And a little bit of a shot over there to the right side.
Looked like a miscommunication on the Roadrunners side, because it looked like 2 defenders went to the crossing Cronau instead of one of them covering Mullins and then one of them covering Cronau. So Mullins took the opportunity to take the shot. That one, like you said, just went a little wide right.
Montclair State keeps the pressure strong here early on in this first half. .28 minutes left in this first half. Ramapo looks to try put some pressure on the Redhawks as they just win the ball back in the midfield. Schuler gets it back to Hicks. Now Prendergast looks to hold up some play. Good pressure there by number 12, Morgan Kronijak.
She kind of caught Prendergast by surprise there. Prendergast knew she had a defender, but Koronachak went the same way that Prendergast did and able to win the ball back.
Albert kicks that one away for another Roadrunners throw in. Roadrunners really have not been able to pass midfield. Montclair State has really been dominating on that front. Now Cronau uses her physicality, almost kept the ball. That was a great challenge there. And then another great challenge by Mullins to keep possession for the Redhawks.
Great job there by Cronau and Mullins. Mullins went for the slide tackle there, able to get it to one of her backline defenders. But Cronau, her and the Ramapo defender kind of went shoulder to shoulder, just right at each other, and Cronau won that battle.
Montclair State still keeping the pressure. That one miskicked by Cronau, goes out for a Roadrunner throw-in. Still battling with it, this left side. That one intercepted by Henderson, and now it's back and forth between the Redhawks and the Roadrunners, and Montclair State comes up with it.
Ramapo on these throw-ins, it's kind of like they're playing for Montclair to receive it and then just reacting to the pass, because a lot of these throw-ins have been taken by Montclair defenders.
Santana using her speed up this right side. She gets it through. That one's going to be deflected away by Hicks. Hicks makes the challenge to try to keep it out from being in a corner, and I think she does. What a play there by Hicks.
Yeah, that was a great play there by Hicks. The physicality, using her body on the inside, taking it right off the chest, and then able to get the slide tackle to put it out on the sideline instead of the back line.
Now the Roadrunners looking to make a push. Throw-in comes in, trying to find it to the goal line, but it's going to be out of bounds, and now the Roadrunners have won themselves a corner.
Yeah, they're looking to probably get their first shot, or actually they are looking to get their first shot of the evening so far, about 20 minutes into this first half. So first real opportunity here for Ramapo.
Roadrunners crash the net. Ball comes into the box. No one's there. It's going to be collected by Solange Bell. A good chance there by the Roadrunners.
That was a funky one there, and good job by Solange Bell. Just kind of put into the mesh of bodies, and it got tipped around a couple times. Looked like a Montclair defender had to evade it, so it didn't hit off her legs. But great job by Bell there, able to keep her composure, locate the ball, and then make the easy save.
That one miscommunicated by the Roadrunners midfield. Montclair State again wins the ball back. Starting from this back line, as they usually always do. Guzzardo with the move, cuts back. Montclair State taking their time. Lukovic has some space, sends the through ball to Cronau. Cronau still has it, using her speed, trying to get across inside. And it looks like, again, a little bit too much on that one. It's going to go out of bounds for a Roadrunners goal kick.
Yeah, these Ramapo defenders right now, the back line, they are marking Cronau very well right now. Able to keep up with her speed on that left side, especially. She really hasn't been able to get any real shots off with the left foot.
They're going to count that corner kick as a shot for the Roadrunners, so now they had their first shot of the game. The Redhawks look to keep it going. Prendergast sends it inside, going to be kicked away by Santana. Montclair State keeps possession deep in Ramapo's territory. Prendergast still has it, and that one was a challenge. No call by the ref. It's going to be kicked away by the Roadrunners.
Yeah, a little bit of physicality there. Looked like maybe the feet just got tangled up, so that one going to be a no call. And the ref's just going to let them play. We've seen a decent amount of physicality. Cronau now, Prendergast, both on the far side. So we'll see if that keeps up, and the refs are going to keep letting them play through. Ball
trying to get it over to Capitanello. So we won back by the Redhawks. .22 minutes left in this first half. The Redhawks still up 1-0. 4 shots in this first 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and 1 shot for Ramapo.
Ramapo staying very patient right now. Not really trying to push the ball into the offensive zone anytime soon, waiting for a hole to open up, maybe see if one of the Montclair defenders is gassed.
A good thing, the key point for Ramapo is that, like I said before, they allow 15 of their 20 goals in this first half. If they can push this only 1-0 lead with the Redhawks into the second half, they've only allowed 5 goals so far in that second half. So they're a second half team. And again, if this game's only 1-0 in the second half, the Ramapo could potentially kind of break through and try to get one back and try to tie this game up if it does stay 1-0.
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of teams are second half teams. Montclair State, they're all halves, really. They are an unbelievable team, and here's a great opportunity now with Albert on the far side.
Albert cuts it back with their left foot, puts it inside, no one's there, kicked away by Ramapo.
Another opportunity and great pressure again from Montclair, but now Ramapo looking to equalize that pressure, but kind of just errant passes so far we've seen a couple times and some silly mistakes from the Roadrunners that have led to their loss of possession.
Caro tried to send that one up to Maher, and it's going to be taken away by the Redhawks. Now the Redhawks being patient with it, with their back line. Going to send that one up to Cronow. What a ball by Hicks. Cronow tries to get around the defender. She does, into the box. Someone back post. Shot goes sideways. Still, Cronow has it. She's going to go down, and the ref is going to call for a penalty.
That one was a pretty obvious one. Ramapo defender just took out the legs of Cronow, so it is going to be a penalty here for the Redhawks on penalty kicks. This year, the Redhawks, they're 1 for 3. So Cronow looks like she's going to take this one, or
it's going to be Mackenzie Albert.
Mackenzie Albert.
Again, on her senior night, she looks to try to get a goal. Whistle blown. Mackenzie Albert, and it's saved by Montez.
Make that 1 for 4 now for the Redhawks. Penalty kicks, usually it's in favor of the offense, but goalies have really been able to predict where these Redhawks are shooting the ball.
You jinxed it, Tyler. You jinxed it.
Twice this game. First it was in favor of Montclair, now it was against.
Montez with the save up this on the left side and keeps this game 1-0. Roadrunners look to capitalize off of the penalty save. That might have been a momentum booster here for them.
Absolutely. Now it's just a matter of if they can get that momentum on the offensive side, if defense can transition to offense. You see it in a lot of sports, and Ramapo looking to do that now.
Ball goes over to Guzzardo. Good run by Albert. She keeps it. Defenders around her, going to pass it back to Henderson. Henderson crosses the ball to Hicks. Hicks has a lot of space. He's going to send the through ball to Lukovic. She's going to end up and get it. She's in the box. He puts it across. Prendergast is there, still battling for it. And Montez looks like she just hit that one away. And I think still no call if it's a throw-in or a goal kick. But I'm guessing not a throw-in. A goal kick or a corner kick, but it looks like it's going to be a corner kick for the Redhawks.
Yeah, it looked like Montez tried to save that one, and then she had control, and then it just squirmed out of her reach and went out of bounds. So it is going to be a corner kick for the Redhawks here. They're third of the game already.
Guzzardo on this corner kick for the Redhawks. Ball comes in. Header was from Edwards, and it's going to go over the net.
That one went just over the net. A good attempt there from Edwards. The freshman from Manchester getting in some NJAC play. Really, really good. And you see, obviously, they have Montclair State has the 9 seniors, but a lot of the starting players have been younger pieces, freshmen and sophomores.
It has been. Emma Edwards comes off the bench for this Montclair State team. And again, it's not a lot of seniors that are playing. It's a lot of sophomores and juniors and a couple of freshmen, like we said, that are rounding out this squad. But the seniors are the kind of the glue to this team. They're the ones that go out there and they do perform. But again, they kind of just glue and gel this team together perfectly. And that's why they've been so dominant this season.
Absolutely, and it starts with Prendergast and Albert on that offensive side that have really been 2 key seniors for them. But some of the other seniors that maybe don't get as much playing time, like Laura Hutchinson, it's her first year with the squad. She played at William Patterson for her first 4 years. She played both soccer and softball, but that's one of those veteran leadership pieces that you have on your team that is just a glue piece, like you said. Almost like, I'm going to throw in a Giants reference here, almost like Jameis Winston on the Giants. That's one of those pieces where she is a part of the locker room and she just uplifts everyone, and she's able to teach these younger players on some of the pieces that they may not know and have not seen yet in their soccer career.
It's a good comparison, Tyler. I like the comparison, even though I'm an Eagles fan, but I like it.
How can you hate Jameis?
You can't. You can't.
Exactly.
The Redhawks, Ramapo going back and forth now. Through ball sent up by Hicks again. A little bit too much on it. It's going to be taken by Santana. And back to Montez. "16 minutes left in this first half. We saw a goal from Kylie Prendergast and then a missed penalty and saved by Montez by Mackenzie Albert. Both teams playing very conservative, especially when they're playing it from the back.
These back lines have really done a lot of passing back and forth, but Montclair has been the only team to really have success and find some holes in the opposing team's defense. And another through ball there, a little too strong.
And from this back line, they play, again, they play most of their possessions out from the back. And 2 key points, 2 key contributors is always Emily Schuler and Aria Hicks. They always are back there, and Hicks have sent a lot of long balls so far to start off this game. But then we saw what Schuler can do. She can take it from the 50 and kind of run around defenders and able to kind of get open space for other players when the defenders do start pulling on her and be able to send through balls. So it's, again, it's a 2-1, it's a 2-punch back there in that back line, especially when you're trying to convert to offense.
Absolutely, and it shows the versatility of this team and how many great players they have. They have players that are able to send those through balls like Hicks and Henderson too on the other side of that back line. And then, like you said, Schuler, her speed just from midfield, taking it all the way down inside the box. That was an unbelievable play. Unbelievable play. Obviously, she didn't get that shot on goal and it wasn't accurate, but just giving the Ramapo defense an idea that you have that type of speed and that type of endurance to go coast to coast just gives them a sense of they have to defend on all ends. And if they're not able to do that, that is going to leave an open hole, and that is going to give Montclair an advantage, leaving something open. And as we saw, Prendergast was able to get that goal, and they have had a lot of opportunities, especially with Cronau on both sides of the box. Just on those through balls, especially, just she has been attempting to get those shots up, and they've been blocked so far, but those are some great opportunities and a great sign for Montclair in this match.
And they're able to transition from the back line to the attack a lot more fluidly, especially with their back defenders being able to make precise passes up to the attackers. But then this midfield also, Shannon Mullins is able to try to just do the same thing if needed and be able to get those attackers the ball in their feet. And again, Ramapo now trying to respond to this goal. That one's kicked away by Henderson. Good step by her. Still not cleared yet. Ramapo still has it. Kelly Sanchez Kick that one up, and Solange Bell is going to collect it with their feet.
Wonder if they'll count that one as a shot. That would be Ramapo's second shot. So Ramapo, other than that corner that was kind of bottled around, that's their only shot of the evening so far. They really have not been able to get offensive pressure.
That one poked away. Albert's going to take it. Now the Redhawks again look to reset. Be patient. Henderson. Got it up to Mullins. Again, back to Hicks. Hicks has a little bit of space. She's going to send that one through. Redhawks still keep it off of the flex pass by Ramapo.
Santana took that one right off the chest on the Hicks through ball. Just kind of able to stop it. And Hicks, she's no soft hitter. She hits them pretty hard, and going to get a throw in here from the Redhawks. Looks like the whistle was blown. Coach Naughter wants to straighten something out, so going to make a change for the Redhawks. But Montclair, their pressure on the offensive side has been great so far. And then Ramapo, their defense has been staying pretty strong other than those couple goals and those through balls, or other than the one goal and the other couple shots. Montclair has tallied 6 shots so far. Only 2 of them have been on goal. The one was Prendergast's goal, and then the other was Mackenzie Albert's penalty kick attempt.
That ball was sent out by Prendergast. Cronell couldn't get the touch around a defender. Went out for a Roadrunners throw in, and now it's going to go out again for a Roadrunners throw in. But Danielle Mullins enters the game in the midfield, now playing along with her sister, Shannon Mullins. Good connection right there. They've probably been playing their whole lives together.
Absolutely, nothing beats a sibling connection. If you can play with your sibling, you guys are going to have that chemistry. There is nothing like it.
Bell kicks that one up. Almost hit our camera. That was Jason down there. If I was Jason, I would have been laying it out in front of the camera, kind of just like guarding it. You don't want that ball to hit the camera.
That one came really close. He kind of had precision there, turning the camera at the perfect time.
That would have been a big bill from the cage right there. Mullins tries to lay that one off. Caro was on the run. That one's just kicked away. Now Montclair State with the throw-in. Henderson still has some space, going to play it back to Schuler. Edwards gets it up to Prendergast in the midfield. 2 defenders on her, a lot of pressure. Edwards comes out with it. Tries to get up to Albert, and that one's kicked away by the Roadrunners. Montclair State keeps it with the back line. Ball sent over to Gazzardo. Gazzardo has some space inside, just going to take it. Schuler tries to swing that one around and over to Edwards, but again, she slipped a little bit, and it's going to go out of bounds for a Roadrunners throw-in.
That one just a little bit too strong from Schuler. Like he said, slipped a little bit, maybe on one of these leaves that are out here. There's a lot of them over on that far side, but Ramapo has an opportunity here. Montclair was kind of playing a little safe there in that last possession, just kind of keeping it in their defensive zone. But now Ramapo looking to take advantage possibly.
Under 10 minutes left to go in this first half. Montclair State up 1-0. Ball almost taken down by Albert. Going to be won back by the Roadrunners. Taking it slow, trying to play some 1-2s. That was a great one. Now up the right side. Going to be Santana. Still has it. Trying to get around the defender. Edwards is going to be on her. That ball into the box and collected by Solange Bell. That was a good chance by the Roadrunners to get one inside the 18.
That was a great job on the defensive side by Edwards. staying with her mark, able to keep up with Santana. The battle of 18s, they're both number 18, and Edwards is going to win that one as Santana kind of just sent it into the box. No one really there. Bell able to make the save.
That ball goes up, finds Albert. Now Montclair State again, passing it around the back, taking the time, trying to get a perfect opportunity. Henderson gets it up to Albert, now holding up play. Good run here. It's going to go out of bounds for Roadrunners' throw in. But Lezica tried to link up with Gazzardo on this right side.
Going to get a couple subs coming into the game. But Montclair still staying strong on the offensive side. They've kind of been a little slow here in the past couple minutes, trying to wait for something to open up. Haven't seen the aggressiveness that we saw earlier in the half.
Prendergast and Albert make their way to the bench. And Gianna Kirchi comes on. Same with Caden Arivena. Montclair State still keeping possession in most of this game, dominating possession so far in this first half. Mullins looks to switch the field. She does, gets it over to Henderson. Henderson now has some space, passing midfield. She's going to take her space. Tries to send that one into the box. It's going to be headed away. Montclair State still keeps it.
Stepping into the game for the Red Hawks, number 17 is Gianna Kirchi, and number 16 is Caden Arivena.
Montclair staying patient again. Looked like they tried to get a through ball there from Henderson. Weren't able to do so now. Let's see if Gazzardo can keep up with that one.
Gazzardo tried to keep that one in. It's going to be a little bit too hard, but good try and good link-up play by her and Shannon Mullins.
That's good movement there, and that's really the first time that we've seen Montclair be pretty aggressive and get into the box in a solid, like, 10 minutes. I mean, they have really been patient, waiting for holes to open up in the past 15 minutes ever since that penalty kick, and I don't know if it's just their game plan or if it's the Ramapo defense staying strong right now.
Yeah, Ramapo, again, only giving up that one goal, and a great save by Matez to keep it 1-0 off the penalty kick. And honestly, if I'm Ramapo Roadrunners right now, I'm taking this as a win. If you can head into the locker room only down 1-0 going to the second half, that is absolutely amazing, even here at MSU Soccer Park.
Absolutely, and especially against this caliber of a Montclair team, they have not lost a game yet this season. If you can keep them within one goal, and if you're Ramapo, you know you're a second half team. That is where you really step up, not only on the defensive side, but the offensive side as well. You go back to the first half, you see what you can do better, then you capitalize on those opportunities that you have in the second half. So Ramapo being able to stay within one goal right now is huge for them.
Ramapo again gets that one back. Miskicked in the back, but Montclair State keeps it. Gets it up to Lezica. Finds Gazzardo. She tried to find a running Kirchi, and that one's going to go out of bounds for a throw-in.
Gazzardo made a nice attempt there.
It's actually going to be a foul, and now it's going to be a good set piece in a really good position to try to get this one inside the 18.
Yeah, I was about to say, it looked like she might have gotten tripped up a little bit.
But again, for Montclair State, especially in the second half, they scored 18 of their 40 goals in the first half. 22 of their 40 goals come in the second half. Gazzardo sends that one inside. Goalkeeper was there on it, and it's going to be, again, deflected away, and Ramapo's going to keep it. But Montclair State wins it back really quickly, tries to put that one into the box. And again, that was good by Montez to get off her line and kick that and punch that one away.
Yeah, she kind of just used the hand there. Almost looked like initially she went up for the grab, then realized too many bodies on the inside, so she just tipped that one away off to her right. A good job there. A nice opportunity there from the Redhawks, but yet again, comes up empty for him. Ramapo staying strong on the defensive side.
Zardo makes her way to the bench. Natalie Ruffino comes in for her. Looks like they moved a little bit of defenders around. Emma Edwards now lines up at right back, and Ruffino now at left back. Now Montclair State keeping the pressure, trying to find another chance in late part of this first half.
Good job there by Mia Santana on Ramapo's back line, able to come up and intercept that pass. Looked like Kirchie and Prendergast on the inside had some connection going there, passing back and forth, but Santana able to intercept that one and keep it out of the box.
Edwards now has it. A couple defenders on her, makes the pass, kicked away by Ramapo. Still not cleared yet. It's going to go out of bounds for a Roadrunners throw-in. Take it quickly. Now vice versa, Montclair State with the throw-in.
About 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. Either team looking to get maybe 1 or 2 more shots on their respective offensive side. And I mean, Ramapo, if they're able to get a shot, it would only be their second of the evening. They only have 1 shot so far, and it came on their 1 corner kick. Montclair, a lot of opportunities, 6 shots so far. 2 of them have been on goal.
Minute 50 left in this first half. Roadrunners look to try to keep it this way, but the Redhawks look to try to still keep the pressure and keep the attacks going. That one's a little bit miskicked by Poan. Montclair State wins a throw-in. Mullins now on the run. And that one's just poked away by Garcia. Edwards sends this one into the box. Mullins is there. Gets it inside the 18. Still not cleared yet. Henderson was trying to win the ball back, and it looks like she does. Now I got under a minute left in this first half.
Montclair staying patient, possibly trying to get 1 more opportunity here. Hicks might send a through ball.
That one was to Mullins, but couldn't keep a hold of it. And that one's going to go up to Kirchie. Kirchie tries to get around a defender, and there's going to be no call by the referee.
Good job by the Ramapo defense there. It looked like Kirchie might have just ran through the Ramapo defender, but refs yet again letting them play through.
Now 20 seconds left in this first half. Montclair State. Hicks tries to kick that one up. Ref plays that one on. Looks like there might have been a handball. Now Schuler has it.
Here's Schuler again, you know.
Sends a through ball, and that one's just greatly taken by Santana and poked away.
2-1.
That's how the first half's going to end here at MSU Soccer Park. The Redhawks up 1-0 thanks to Kylie Prendergast on her senior night, and extends her 1-point streak of 6 games now. And now it looks like you're going into the second half. The Roadrunners kind of are thinking positively now. You held this really good Montclair State team to only 1 goal, and now you can go into the locker room, reassess, and potentially come out and try to even this one out here in the second half.
Absolutely, a lot of great momentum for Ramapo, and it's been defense. On the defensive side, they have been able to stop this Montclair offense from getting more shots up on goal. It's 6 shots, 2 on goal for the Redhawks, as I said previously. And those 6 shots really came in the first 25 minutes. In those last 20 minutes, we only saw maybe 1 shot, and that was the Mackenzie Albert penalty kick that was saved by Montez. And what a great save, and what a great momentum builder, and that really built the momentum up for them on the defensive side. Now, the question is, can they translate it to offense in the second half?
And it's going to have to wait and see for the second half. Montclair State again up 1-0 against the Ramapo Roadrunners in this NJAC matchup. We got the second half here. Stay tuned on the Red Hawks Sports Network, but we will be right back for the second half coverage.
been an amazing season so far this year for the Red Hawks with their unbeaten record, but one of those key pieces has been at the helm in Coach Naughter.
Go back one. 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 Right there. Go back one more. That right there.
Huge milestone for Montclair State women's soccer head coach Patrick Naughter, who just picked up career win number 200. That's years of building a winning culture, leading with passion, and making a real impact on and off the field. And for Coach, it's about more than just the numbers.
I was just trying to get through that first year. You know, I remember when I got the job, I was so overwhelmed. There just seemed like there was so much to do, and never really thought about like long-term goals or anything like that. It was really just like, holy cow, how do we get ready for preseason, and then how do you try to win a game, and then how do you just try to keep it going? So especially that first year, I was completely overwhelmed.
Naughter's success could not have been possible all by himself. He needed support from others around him, especially his assistant coaches, who have been by his side along the way.
One of the cool things is that I've had to lean on assistant coaches a lot, especially in those times. And I think, you know, right now, Aaron Sullivan and Nicole Carbone do a great job with this program. And I certainly know we wouldn't win any games without them. And before them, you know, Chris Elman was a longtime assistant coach here, and Ollie Goff and Graham Guttrell, and we just had great assistant coaches. So I know it's kind of cliche to say, but there's a lot of times when you're the head coach, you get credit for stuff that you had very little to do with. And for me, I know that the assistant coaches deserve a lot of credit for keeping this as consistent as it's been. I feel a lot of pressure to win the next game. I feel a lot of pressure to make sure this group's doing really well. This senior class has meant a lot to me. They've been here through a really tumultuous time. Like, we've had some good success as a program, but they've just been awesome. I want them to be able to finish this as successfully as possible. So, you know, I don't worry about number of wins, and I don't worry about that. I just want these guys to be in the best position to be successful Wednesday night, and then off of that, keep it going, and hopefully get ourselves into the postseason.
Coach Naughter, who has been the head coach of the program for 16 years, has accomplished so much to this point. 3 NJAC championships, 3 conference regular season crowns, and 7 NCAA Division III tournament appearances. And now, the quest to 300 wins has just begun.
And now Coach Naughter, 200-plus wins in his career, and now he's in counting, trying to drive that number up here in this NJAC season. But again, my name's Thomas Gaffney Jr. with Tyler Copen for your second half coverage of Montclair State Redhawks versus the Ramapo Road Runners in this women's soccer matchup. And as we saw, 1-2-0 to start off this game. Kylie Prendergast again gets her goal on senior night, and now it's a 1-0 deficit for the Roadrunners, and it looks like it's in reach to where they can potentially pull up an upset, even if they can get a tie or even go up in this game. And kind of looking at the Roadrunners matchup between Montclair State University, they've never beat Montclair. And also, it's been 14 straight wins for Montclair State University since 2009. So they haven't gotten a tie in 14 straight matchups against Montclair State.
It has, and Montclair's record, they are 28-0-4 against the Roadrunners. And like you said, 14 straight wins for them. A 2-0 win last year. Prendergast was able to score a goal last year against this team. So 2 straight years, 2 goals against the Roadrunners. And Solange Bell, she didn't have a busy time last year out against this squad. She only needed to make 3 saves. But, yeah, Montclair has had TCNJ's number without a doubt. And like we said before, 14 straight wins. Let's see if Ramapo can flip the script here this evening. And like you said, 1-0. It is definitely within reach for Ramapo, and especially the way that they played at the end of that first half. Those final 20 minutes, despite the penalty kick, they did a wonderful job on defense. They were staying strong with their back line, did not give Montclair any chances. Montclair had 1 shot in that final 20 minutes, and that was the penalty kick. So if Ramapo can continue that defense and maybe get some offense going, they're going to have a great opportunity to tie this game up and possibly win the game.
And like I said, the penalty kick was kind of a momentum builder, especially in that back line for the Redhawks. They get the saved penalty, or for the Ramapo Roadrunners, they get the saved penalty. Montez goes out there, goes to her left, saves it, and then ever since then, like you said, one shot in the entire second half or first half after that penalty kick, and the Roadrunners look completely dominant on defense. But then also you got to look at Montclair State as well. Also very, very dominant on defense. Only allowed one shot, and that was off a corner kick. But I know you brought up Solange Bell, and again, in that last matchup with the Roadrunners, only had 3 saves, but this season in total, she only has 39 saves compared to last season where she had 79. So we're only 3 more NJAC games away, or 2.5 NJAC games before the regular season ends, and she doesn't even have half the amount, or she does have half the amount that she had last year. And I think it's because of how dominant this back line has been. Players have not been able to get through and get some shots on Solange Bell. And again, she's just been, when she's needed, she steps up, but she's not really been needed this season because of how dominant the back four has been.
Absolutely, and like you said, 39 saves so far this season, and just in 7 more games last year, 79 saves. So unless teams are putting up 40 shots in these next 7 games, if they do that, I would be shocked. I doubt she's going to reach the same amount of saves that she did last season, but it just shows how great this Montclair defensive back line is and how strong they are, how great they are to fill up gaps, stop any through balls, and just I'm putting the pressure on the other team. That is what Montclair State is able to do. Their defense transitions them to offense, and that is what Ramapo has to do here in this second half.
Montclair State with the opening kickoff. They switched sides, again still in the white, and then the Ramapo Roadrunners into the maroon. Matches the fall colors a little bit. The ball comes in. Prendergast sends it into the box. Albert was running on it. It falls to Henderson. Left-footed shot inside the box. Trying to find Cronow. That shot comes up and off the crossbar, and it goes in. Mackenzie Albert misses the penalty in the first half, but she makes it up for it off that insane rocket into the back of the net. The Redhawks now up 2-0.
What an unbelievable shot. Going up high, bar down off the crossbar, and just falls right into the net. As we see here, Mackenzie Albert coming in. Strong shot. Hits off the bottom of the crossbar. Just too tall for Montez. And Montclair up early by 2 in this second half.
And that was just great play right around the 18 by Cronow, Henderson, and Albert. He took the run inside the box, and again, it just fell right to her feet and was able to take a massive shot and hit off the crossbar and go into the back of the net. Now the Roadrunners down 2-0 now. And again, like we said in the first half, Montclair State scores more goals in the second half than they do the first. And again, they come out guns blazing and, again, get their first opportunity of the second half ends up in the back of the net.
Absolutely, and they're really just taking full advantage. I mean, Ramapo turned the ball over really as soon as kickoff as Montclair send that ball into their offensive zone. And it looked like it might have been number 7 for Ramapo, Alyssa Wasicki, who just couldn't handle it. And then Montclair, like we said, from there, they just took full advantage and then able to get the early goal within the first minute of this second half.
Now the Roadrunners playing from behind again. Montclair State keeping the pressure on this Roadrunners back line. Still taking it slow from the back. Ball comes up from Santana. Now on the run was Capanello. Still not cleared yet for the Redhawks, but Schuller's going to find it. Still not cleared yet. Shots taken, and it's going to be wide left. It's actually going to be collected by Solange Bell in net.
Yeah, that looked like it was number 24 there, Kylie Sanchez, just trying to get a shot up, trying to get some momentum for her squad on offense, and that one was an easy one for Bell. But it shows that Ramapo, they're looking to amp up the pressure here in the second half, and right now is a great opportunity to do so.
Konachak sends it inside, trying to find Barr, but again, falls to Bell, and she comes up and collects it.
That was a great job by Kira Henderson, able to just kind of slow Barr down, stepped right in front of her, and made her almost like double step, trying to get around her, and then Bell able to wrap that one up cleanly. But yet again, more pressure here from Ramapo early in the second half.
Redhawks win back possession. Hicks has some space. She's going to use it. She's going to try to send the long ball up the Prendergast up this left side. She's now on the run. It's good defense coming over from number 11, Mia Santana. Redhawks still keep the ball with the throw-in. Throw-in trying to find Lukovic. Still battling for it. Falls back out to Orlana. That ball is again taken away by the Roadrunners, by Santana. Santana throws it in. Goes up and again out of bounds by Montclair State. Finds Barr, 2 defenders on her. Good shielding by the Redhawks. Somehow gets out of it. Now Cronau has it. She has a little bit of space. Defender running on her. She tries to get through, and that one's going to be, I think, poked away by the Roadrunners, and it's going to go out for a Montclair State corner kick.
Another great opportunity here for Montclair to get another goal early on the corner. We've seen them. This is going to be their 4th of the match this evening, so they're going to look probably to send the ball just into the mesh of bodies inside the box. We saw Ramapo try to use advantage of that on the corner on the same side in the first half, but they weren't able to really get a good shot up, just kind of trickled into Bell.
Crash starts into the net, comes out, trying to find the near post once again, and again it's a little bit too short and goes out of bounds.
That's the second time we've seen it on a corner, but really the 3rd or 4th time we've seen it today that a Red Hawk has kind of taken a shot from that angle, and it's just gone wide, kind of curved into the side of the net, out of play. So Montclair needs to straighten up on their shots, just really give the offensive players inside the box more of a chance instead of hooking the shot. Looks like my golf shot right now.
So it's actually what it's supposed to do. It's kind of supposed to sit right in front of that front post, allowing the offensive players to start inside the net. Kind of tries to trick the goalkeeper a little bit. It's supposed to trick the goalkeeper. So if that ball kind of falls right in front of that post, that could be a wide open shot for one of those Red Hawk players, especially if it bounces back and potentially falls to their feet. But again, both times just went out of bounds.
That's how I explain my golf shot when it goes into the woods. It was supposed to start on the right, end up on the left.
Spliced it a little bit right there.
Yeah.
Red Hawks playing around with their own back line. That ball is sent up, trying to find a running Lukovic. The Roadrunners win it back. They pick it back to Mahez. Now Santana's going to take her time out the back. Roadrunners trying to be precise with their passes. That one's going to fall right back to Montclair State. Mullins now has it. Passes across on an overlapping run by Schuler.
Mullins hoping to keep her point streak alive here in the game.
Schuler sends it to Mullins, going to be poked away by the Roadrunners. Henderson gets it over to Gazzardo. She now has some space. She's going to take it. She's going to send a through ball to Cronau. Cronau now on the run, trying to chase, but that one's going to be a little bit too hard and out of bounds.
Gazzardo, a nice pass there, just a little too strong for Cronau. She had to send it through with some oomph on that one because of the Ramapo defenders. Just a little too strong for Cronau. She wasn't able to keep up with that one.
I like the use of oomph.
What's that called? Onomatopoeia?
Onomatopoeia, there you go.
See,
Well,
I remember.
You remember from elementary school.
Yeah,
there you go.
I think I learned that in like 2nd grade or something. I remember that.
Now the Roadrunners back with possession again, passing it around, taking their time. Sends it across to Gigi Santana. Just trying to find an open lane to get this ball up.
Yeah, they're playing really slow right now, and then that through ball, it's just the Montclair back line. They are playing so strong and so well right now. Kira Henderson was able to deflect that one, and now for Montclair, their defense transitioning into offense quick, getting the ball up close to the box, just right outside on the right, but good job on the defensive side by Ramapo there.
Now the Roadrunners have some space, and that one's just poked away by Schuler. Great by her to get back on defense to make a play.
Great job by Montclair yet again. I mean, Emily Schuler, she has been all over the place. We saw her go from midfield inside the box in the first half, and now on the defensive side, we have been saying her name a lot.
Gazzardo goes around the defenders, puts it across. Prendergast is there, and wow, what a run by Gazzardo. And now Prendergast gets her 2nd goal in the game, and the Redhawks go up 3-0.
It looks like Ramapo wanted an offsides call there. They're not going to get it, because Gazzardo, what a play there, weaving through defenders, then just right through to Prendergast on the left side, who just had the easy tap in for her 2nd. So as we wait to see the replay here.
So what we have to see is if that ball went backwards. If the ball went backwards, then it's not offsides. It looks like it's not even going to be checked, and it's going to be a good goal. But a lot of the Ramapo back line was trying to say that was offsides, but it's going to be good. And now Montclair State up 3-0.
Montclair really with a lot of momentum here, scoring 2 goals in 10 minutes. First one came from Mackenzie Albert, got her revenge from the penalty shot, and then Prendergast able to get her 2nd goal. She's 2 for 2 on shots today. So the seniors really showing out on their senior night.
Now Prendergast eclipsed 11 goals in a season. The last time she did that was 2022, and that's her highest total as a Red Hawk in a single season. So again, now with 11, and you still have 2 games left in playoffs, it seems like she's going to pass that mark this season. Now for the Roadrunners, it's looked like you had a little bit of hope going into the locker room at halftime, and then the Red Hawks just all gas, no brakes, and they are just extending this lead as much as possible. And again, now up 3-0. The Roadrunners look to try to respond and at least just get a goal back.
Yeah, they're really looking to just grab some momentum back. We saw at the end of the first half that they were able to be great on the defensive side, to not allow a shot up in those final 20 minutes, but then at the beginning of the first half kind of just crumbled immediately with the Mackenzie Albert goal, and then the Montclair defense just stifling Ramapo right now.
And the Redhawks look like they're not going to stop. Going to try to put up as many goals as possible in this matchup.
And Prendergast with that 2nd goal, now looking for her 3rd career hat trick if she's able to get one more. And her first 2 hat tricks both came in her freshman year. The first one was against John Jay, where they won 8-0, and then the second an NJAC matchup against William Patterson, where she scored all 3 goals for their team in their 3-0 win.
It's actually looking for her 4th, Tyler. She had one this season against Rutgers Newark. So it would be her 2nd in a single season if she does get it. And that, what a way on senior night, if you can go out, get a hat trick, and obviously get the win here for the Redhawks, but also in a single accolade, have another 3 goals under your belt and another hat trick in your career as a Redhawk, especially on senior night.
Absolutely. I mean, who else wouldn't want to do that? I mean, Kylie Prendergast, especially the impact that she has had on this team in her entire career. She is only In the 71 games that she has played, she has made 70 starts. The one game that she did not start came in her freshman year, so she has been the key player easily. And that one game she didn't start was her first game of her career on September 1st against Alvernia. So 70 straight starts from then on. She has just been an unbelievable player for Coach Naughter and the Redhawks.
And Coach Naughter, I'm guessing in that first game, she played 57 minutes. Whatever she did off the bench, I guess, caught the eyes of Coach Patrick Naughter and said, this player needs to start. And then ever since then, started every single game as a 10-year Red Hawk.
Unbelievable. I mean, Coach Naughter's probably regretting that he didn't start her that first game. But, hey, I mean, worked out well for him. She's been an unbelievable player, top 3 goal scorer in all of her years, and it's going to stay that way in this year, too.
Roadrunners now, again, trying to respond to the 3 goals Montclair State have put up. Montclair State looks to play keep away and try to play out the back. Ball trying to get up to Gazzardo. Going to find it. He's going to take the throw in quickly, get it up to Cronow. Now Cronow has a little bit of space. She enters the 18. She's still going to take it. She's there, and it looks like the turf monster got her a little bit and was a little bit tripped up. But that one's going to be taken by Mahez.
Yeah, a little bit of a collision there. Like you said, turf monster. There might be a sniper in the woods or on top of Red Hawk deck that tripped her up there. So unfortunate. She had an opportunity there to put up another goal for the Red Hawks. Not able to. She hasn't recorded a shot yet here today, as we see kind of that back foot just tripped up on her. Got caught in the turf and just slipped right over the goalie. So not able to get a shot up. And like I said, she hasn't gotten a shot up today, which is very unlike her. So maybe some frustration in that one. But she's been a key player for this team, and she's put a lot of pressure on Matez so far this game.
My apologies for saying earlier, Prendergast only has 10 goals, 1 more to tie her all-time best. But right now, with the 2 goals, she is actually in the lead for most goals scored in the NJAC this season with 10.
And as we said in the pregame, number 2, now she's tied for the lead. Let's see if on her senior night, yet again, her 4th career hat trick and possibly lead the NJAC in scoring.
.30 minutes left in this first half. Again, the Roadrunners being extremely patient through the back. But again, taken away by the Redhawks with Schuler. She makes the step. Schuler swings it around to Henderson. Henderson trying to get it over to Gazzardo, going to be poked away by Capitanello. They got a substitution coming on for the Redhawks.
Another milestone for Prendergast. She is now tied for 9th in the Montclair all-time career goals. So she has reached the top 10. She was currently, or previously, at 11th with 32. Now, with the 2 goals today, she's at 34 career goals. That puts her inside the top 10, tied at 9th. So just adding on to her career, just all the accolades. I mean, she is just an unbelievable player.
Another broadcast intern here at the Red Hawk Sports Network, Luke Sirianni. One of the games that we called, we actually deemed her the Montclair Messi with how good she's been. But the Ramapo Roadrunners now look to be on attack. It's going to be out of bounds off that one. But again, we deemed her the Montclair Messi because of how good she was. That was now last season, and we were talking about it 2 years ago in her sophomore season how good she is, especially up that left side, and able to cut in with her footwork and everything like that. She looks like Messi out there, especially slicing defenders, trying to get around defenders. She's absolutely amazing, and again, the accolades prove for it, and there will be no other Montclair Messi. Kylie Prendergast just looks like Messi, and she's absolutely dominant out here on the pitch for the Redhawks.
Absolutely. I mean, wait, how tall is Messi? Isn't he like 5'8" or something?
He's not very tall.
She might be the same height as him, too.
She actually might be, honestly.
Let's see.
Prendergast comes in at 5'4". I think Messi has it a little bit.
Maybe by a couple inches. Maybe if she has cleats on, then she's the same height as him.
The Roadrunners again on the attack. Good step by Rufino. Rufino now makes her appearance in the game on her senior night as well. Albert tries to send that one through to Cronow. Now on the run. Cronow still applying pressure. Capitanello trying to send that one up to the flag. Going to be intercepted by Henderson. Again, the Redhawks still keeping the momentum going. Gets it up to Cronow. And that was just a good play there by number 14, Pohan. She got that one off of Cronow's foot, and it's going to be a goal kick for the Roadrunners.
Yeah, great defensive pressure there by Pohan. Even though they're down, still playing with some effort. And there we go, as we see, Prendergast ties season-high goals, 2 goals against Ramapo here tonight. Gives her 10 on the season. 11 would be her career high. So we'll look to see if she can get that 3rd goal here tonight, get the hat trick just like Jack Hughes did last night for the Devils.
Always bringing up your teams, Tyler. Always bringing up your teams.
Listen, I'm a Giants fan, so I brought up Jameis Winston because I couldn't bring up the game that they had on Sunday. That was awful.
The Redhawks still again keeping pressure. And you're going to get another corner kick. A couple of players making their way onto the pitch. Gianna Kirchi, as well as Madeline Laseca. 25 minutes left in this second half. Again, players starting the crash inside the net. Rufino on the corner kick. Ball into the box. Still not cleared. It is cleared. It's going to fall back to Hicks. Swings it back over to Gazzardo. Hicks took a little bit of space. She's going to take some more. Gets it up to Kirchi. And Kirchi is going to find Rufino. Hicks sends the long ball over, trying to find Lukovic, and that one's just headed away by Pohan. That could have been the game sealer or the dagger right there if Pohan wasn't there to head that one away.
Yeah, that one would have, like you said, that one would have been the dagger, would have been their 4th on the evening and 3rd here in the second half. But Pohan, we've said her name twice now in this second half, kind of in the last 5 minutes. So she has been doing a great job on the defensive side for Ramapo, but still they haven't been able to get a shot up in this second half yet. Only one shot on the corner last half, and really feel like Solange Bell, she might be falling asleep back there in net.
Again, just because of how good her back line has been, she really hasn't really needed to do anything in these games. That challenge comes from Santana, and it looks like Montclair State again wins a set piece opportunity.
It looks like another opportunity. Hicks going to take this one, and she has really strong legs, so she's going to try to send it in the box.
Hicks sends this one. Going to be over the heads of everybody, and it falls right to Matez.
Naughter, some frustration on that one over on the bench. He screaming at his players, just trying to Knows they missed an opportunity there. Looked like a little lackadaisical from the Montclair offense.
Now Edwards gets it over to Kirchie. Kirchie says through. She's one-on-one with the keeper. Great save by Montez again.
What a save there by Gabby Montez. That was unbelievable. Kirchie tried to almost chip it over her. And kind of like the Mackenzie Albert, strong shot, tried to get it to go top of the net, but Montez able to get the hands up. Strong hands, strong shoulders, able to just push that one out. As we take a look at the shot here, kept her hands up right off the right forearm, it looks like, and that one just shot out and then cleared out by the Roadrunners.
That was just great by Montez again. Come off her line, is able to kind of catch Kirchie off with the shot and then the save. And again, Emily Schuler now makes her way to the bench. Number 30, Danielle Mullins now onto the pitch. Hicks tries to get that one up to Rufino, going to be taken away by Ramapo. Prendergast keeps that one alive for the Redhawks. The field is switched. Mullins has some space, tries to send a through ball to Kirchie. Montez off her line, collects it.
Good opportunity there from the Redhawks, keeping the pressure up right now. In Coach Naughter's mind, he's thinking, we're only up 3-0. It's got to be more than this. So at this point, he's just looking for some insurance goals right now.
Edwards with a good move. Keeps it for the Redhawks. Lukovic passes the 50. Lays it off for Rufino. Redhawks now trying to take it fast. That was Lesica. Now kicked away by the Roadrunners. Going to go out for a Montclair State throw-in.
Ramapo still just trying to stay strong on this defensive end right now. If there was like a time of possession, I mean, I think it would be right now about 25 minutes of Montclair possession. That is how dominant they have been in this second half.
Kirchie wins that one back, cuts it in. Good challenge there by the Roadrunners. Montclair State still going to keep the possession. Looked like that was from Santana.
Montclair being patient now, looking to send it inside the box.
Into the box. Lukovic is there, heads it down. And Montez is going to keep it and collect it.
Good job by Montez there. Montclair now has 9 shots. 5 of them have been on goal, so they're really putting the pressure here in the second half. All 3 of their shots in the second half have been on goal, and 2 of them have gone inside the net.
Ball collected again by Lukovic in the midfield. Plays it back to Rufino. Rufino looks to try to switch the field. Found Lesica. Now it's going to be laid off to Henderson. Back to Lesica. Henderson sends it into the box. Trying to find it back post. Kirchie running on it. Puts it back in the box. Was Mullins. Still not cleared yet. Kirchie finds it. Getting dragged down and pulled. No call by the referee, and that one's going to be kicked away by Ramapo. What a... Whew. I'm trying to do another onomatopoeia. Like a whew, woof by Ramapo right there.
Yeah, there was a lot of physicality there on the inside. It looked like Kirchie was battling with Santana, but referees kind of calling it incidental contact on both sides, so no call there, as just kind of the refs letting them play through, so Montclair not able to capitalize on that opportunity. But I don't know if Prendergast is going to get her hat trick as she just checked out of the game.
Yeah, a senior checks out, but a senior checks on to the pitch. And that's Michaela Henderson. She gets some minutes on senior night here. Roadrunners kick that one away. Hicks takes it up again. Collides with an attacker. Now the Redhawks look to be on the attack. Sends it up to Lukovic, and that's just a great step by Santana once again.
Santana playing some great defense here as she steals that one away from Lasica.
Now the Roadrunners look to clear it. Still not cleared yet. Obviously, they're just going to pass it around the back. Montclair State still keeping a lot of pressure. But another game being played at Ramapo is actually men's soccer playing another NJAC matchup. They are up 3-1 right now thanks to Sebastian Lemchinski, Logan Nino, and Tomas Montiero with 3 goals, up 3-1.
That men's team has been unbelievable. Only 1 loss on the season so far. I mean, both soccer squads having unbelievable seasons, and that men's team a couple of weeks ago, I believe they still are in the rankings. Ooh,
that ball almost played a little bit too close by Montez, and Kirchie was on the run. He's going to collide with her, and it's going to be an obvious foul there for the Roadrunners.
Looked like that might have been number 11, Michaela Henderson, going right into Montez. She's trying to get some action on her senior night. Maybe not that type of action, being a little too physical, colliding with the goalie, but she wants to get some points up on the board.
Leska pokes it out to Rufino. Rufino looks to play the 1-2 to Kirchie. Now Kirchie on the run. Almost won it back. And that one's just going to be kicked away and out of the danger zone.
That one almost hit Jason again over there on the camera.
Yeah, at least we have a shadow there now. Mike Kirk, captain's over there guarding, trying to guard Jason there in the camera from not getting hit.
We might have to give Jason a little shield, something. Maybe a riot shield we'll give him. He can shoot through the little window. Got about 15 minutes left in this game. I mean, I really think it's been all Montclair. They've just been able to do so much on offense and defense.
That one kicked up and kept in by Santana. Right now, TCNJ won their matchup 2-1 against NJCU earlier today. They are above Montclair State right now, but again, pending this win, as Montclair State is up 3-1, they're going to go back to second place. Rowan beats Kane 3-0 as well. They stay in that first spot. But right now, Stockton and Rutgers Newark are tied 1-1. It would be a big result if Rutgers Newark can keep that tie, and it kind of pushes back another team from above and trying to kind of keep the pressure on Montclair State and trying to get buys. But again, the big team that's still to watch out for is TCNJ if Montclair State doesn't get a result in these next 2 matchups here to finish out the NJAC season.
Absolutely, and we saw last year Montclair had to travel down to TCNJ, and they ended up losing in that NJAC final. I know you were there for that one, and that was just a heartbreaking loss for the Redhawks because they had so much momentum, and they are really seeking revenge this year, as we've seen already. Such a great start. They are 9-0-5 this year, and as we've preached all year, their unbeaten season so far has been unbelievable. Last year, 11-6-5, and they dropped both games to TCNJ. The one in the regular season, they lost 2-1, and then we know the NJAC final, they lost 4-1. So, as we said before, they are seeking revenge.
Again, it would be huge if they can be in that second spot to get home field advantage, especially if you do potentially play at TCNJ in that second round, which could be matching up kind of nicely for the Red Hawks. Again, if the standings stay with Rowan at first, Montclair State at second, and then TCNJ third, if TCNJ wins their first round matchup, they will play Montclair State University at home, or here at MSU Soccer Park in that second round matchup.
That would be a great matchup, and Montclair wants to take advantage. We know that they tied here earlier this season, so the Red Hawks would seek to win that game and, like I said before, gain their revenge. And I think that's what Coach Naughter has been preaching all year. Remember that feeling of last year in the NJAC final, how it felt to end your season on a loss, and I bet that he can guarantee Prendergast doesn't want that same feeling. And being the leader of this team, being the leading goal scorer, she does not want to end her season on another loss and end her career on a loss to TCNJ, and especially not at their home field.
And if you do get past TCNJ, you do have a Rowan in a team that, guess what, you tied on Saturday, a team that you know that you can beat. You came in and they are ranked. You see that they're ranked. That has to go out the window. When the NJAC playoffs start, rankings do not matter. It is a clean slate. You know that this team you played and you tied 2-2. You know you had the matchup for them, and you know that you're able to go in and potentially go into Glassboro, New Jersey, and potentially pull up an upset and win the NJAC if it does get that far. But again, you still have to, if you do get the bye, you still have these two matchups coming up in the NJAC. If you do get the bye, you still have to play probably most likely a TCNJ, and you've also tied them too. But again, you have to look at it. Last year, you saw that they completely they lost in the NJAC final 4-1, and that's something you want to not remember. You in your senior season, as we saw today, senior day, 9 seniors, all 9 of those seniors want to end out on a high note, and that's where it starts. It starts against TCNJ if you do play them in the NJAC playoffs, and you just want to go out and beat them, and then you have to reassess and go into the NJAC final. If you do get to that point and play a Rowan University, that is a huge matchup, and I know all of these seniors and all these players want it so bad.
Absolutely, and not only for NJAC tournament do records go out the window. I believe that just all NJAC play records go out the window, because any NJAC team on any night can really play great. I mean, we saw in the first half, Ramapo, we know that they concede a lot of first half goals, but they stayed strong on defense, and their first half has been a lot better than their second half has been here tonight. So any team can really show up on any given night, and I believe even if they expanded the NJAC tournament to all teams making it, there would be a lot of upsets, I think, and it would be like March Madness. And if it's in November, we can, I don't know, what could we call it, Nutty November or something? I'm trying to think of something on the fly here, but it's unbelievable. I mean, like I said before, any team can win on any given night.
They can, Tyler. They can go out there, and then you're also, next year, you're adding in SUNY New Paltz, or not SUNY anymore. New Paltz is going to enter their way into the NJAC for men's and women's soccer. So you're adding another dominant team who Montclair State have played a lot. And again, it's going to be, next year is going to be a tough season, especially now that you expand the NJAC to another team. But again, looking at this year, it's going to be madness. It's going to be, anything can happen. As you saw last year, Montclair State upsets Rowan, the number 2 seed at home, and again, anything can happen.
Absolutely, and going back to you saying that New Paltz is going to be entering the NJAC. This past season, Montclair played them here at MSU Soccer Park, and they ended in a 1-1 draw. So New Paltz showing that they can stay up there with the big teams, especially at Montclair, number 2 in the NJAC right now. So it'll be exciting to see how New Paltz will hang in with teams in the NJAC like Montclair, able to like I said before, able to get it to a 1-1 draw. Rowan, TCNJ, it's going to be an interesting one to see how New Paltz stands up with them, and they are going to be a factor.
That ball sent to the box, trying to find Rufino, is going to be collected by Montez. And a lot of the starting lineup is now out of the game for the Red Hawks. They cleared the benches. You have Kate Kerr at right back, another senior making her appearance in the game. Madeline Byrne as well in the back line. Lauren Hutchinson as well in the game for an appearance on senior night, as again Coach Naughter and this team up 3-0, and Coach Naughter just giving the seniors a couple of minutes, especially on a very special night in senior day.
Absolutely. Coach Naughter just kind of emptying the bench right now, getting everybody some time, so getting in, especially the seniors, just making sure that they get that opportunity to play in an NJAC matchup here on senior night. It's just huge for them, and it's unbelievable how good that this team has been so far this season. As it seems right now, they are going to keep their unbeaten year alive and their unbeaten record, so it's just a great testament of how hard Coach Naughter works these players, and it shows why he has 200 wins, and he keeps coaching in the next couple seasons, possibly in maybe like 10 to 12 years or so, he could reach that 300 win mark.
Yeah, it could even be before that, maybe 8 years. Yeah, honestly, it's just how dominant this women's soccer program has been under Coach Naughter, and that every year they have the expectation of going and being able to try to compete for the NJAC and being able to try to compete for the NJAC championship. Again, minutes winding down. Got 7 minutes left in this second half. But again, if you said they're unbeaten, they are unbeaten. They haven't lost yet. They have not lost, obviously, at home or away. And that's something that you got to look out for, because the next two matchups, I would say, pretty favorable in the Red Hawks' favor. But again, anything can happen on any given night. But if the Red Hawks do go in, they play Stockton and they play Rutgers-Camden. Stockton's going to be a huge matchup. They're tied right now, 1-1, the Rutgers-Camden. But again, if you go into the NJAC playoffs unbeaten, undefeated, haven't lost yet, that's another thing that's even more added pressure to the Red Hawks to try to keep that unbeaten streak, because that one's taken right to the face. And I think the referee's going to check on Santana and see if she's okay there. But again, if you do go into the NJAC season unbeaten, yeah, it's going to be an added pressure to Montclair State to try to keep that unbeaten streak alive.
Absolutely, and you never want to lose that unbeaten. I mean, that's definitely what Coach Naughter is preaching every day. Just go into the week, and this was always in the sports that I played in high school. Sweep the week. Just focus on the week that you're at. Focus on the games you have. Just focus game by game on the opponent. And like I said, sweep the week. Focus 1 week at a time. Who do you play that week? What are their weaknesses? How can you adjust to be better?
Now Ramapo looks try to get a goal back in this game. Mara was taking it up this left side. Now it's going to be sent back in the box and again collected by Montclair State, and that's a challenge by Ramapo, and Montclair State's going to win a set piece.
This is really the first time all second half that Rowan has been able to get it near their box. This Montclair back line has been really strong in this second half. I mean, they were strong in the first half, but this second half they've been even stronger. Haven't allowed a shot yet in 40 minutes.
So in the history of Montclair State women's soccer, they have never went undefeated unless you consider the 2021 spring season that was shortened because of COVID-19. They did go undefeated. They did win the NJAC that season. And again, if you are counting that as a shortened season, they were undefeated. But in a long-term spectrum of every season before that and every other season, they have never went undefeated. So it's, again, I feel like it's added pressure to the Redhawks to try to keep this unbeaten streak alive, especially in the NJAC.
Absolutely, and I mean, when is it not pressure? Even when you're not undefeated, if you're just a one-loss team or a two-loss team, like Rowan is right now, their record 12-1-1, and TCNJ 8-4-4. They have so much pressure on them to keep that hot streak going, especially Rowan, and how great they are and how great they have played as of late. And the fact that Montclair able to give them their first draw of the season. Before that game, they were 12-1 overall, 6-0 in conference play. So Montclair really put up a great fight with them, able to, like I said, get the game to a draw. So if Montclair can really gather a couple wins, and then if Rowan is to draw, I believe it would be one game. Montclair would, I think, have the tiebreaker because they would have more overall wins and they would have the better overall record.
And this ball is inside, saved by Bell. And a good chance by the Roadrunners to try to get a goal here very late in the second half. Montclair State, again, still up 3-0. And that one could have been just another kind of goal for the Ramapo Roadrunners to, I guess, have a win for themselves at the end of this game. And there's the replay. But another great save by Bell. She's finally getting some action in this game.
Yeah, a great job by her. Able to step up, take it right off the chest, and then it just goes forward. She's able to fall on it. So Bell staying alive for her second save of the evening and doing a great job. So, like I said, she's had a quiet day so far, but now she's getting some action.
That ball's through. Again, going to be saved and collected by Solange Bell. Another shot for the Roadrunners.
Now they're keeping her awake, making sure she's staying alive. Readjusting her shin pads with about 2 minutes left in this game. So Montclair just going to look to ice this one out. Maybe have one more offensive opportunity for some of the seniors in.
That one poked away. And again, I want to talk about in the NJAC, the times they've went undefeated. They went undefeated in 2013. They won the NJAC conference. And then they went undefeated as well in 2014. And then also in 2020. So we had 3 years of them being undefeated in the NJAC. And before that, they were not undefeated at all in the NJAC or the ECAC as well. But again, this team dominated under Pat Naughter. And again, the only time they went undefeated was with Patrick Naughter.
Yeah, it just shows how great of a coach he was. And ever since that first year with Coach Naughter, they went 7-8-3 in 2010. Ever since then, only winning seasons from there. I think starting in 2011, there has only been 1 year where they haven't had double-digit wins. And that year was the COVID year. So if you're going to count that, you're going to say, oh, they didn't have double-digit wins. Well, they only played 7 games, so I figured that's going to be kind of an asterisk. So if that's the case, that is 14 straight years where you have gotten double-digit wins, and that just shows how great of a coach Patrick Naughter is. And with the win here tonight, it's going to make it 15 straight years that they have reached those double-digit wins.
And clock is winding down, under 20 seconds to go in this game. I don't know, the referee just stopped the clock. There's a good set piece opportunity for the Redhawks on this right side. That ball goes in. No one's there. Falls back out to the Roadrunners. 20 seconds left in this second half. Now under 10, you're going to keep the ball. The Roadrunners still applying pressure. And it looks like it's going to be counted down, and the Redhawks are going to get the senior day win 3-0, thanks to 2 goals from Kylie Prendergast and a goal from Mackenzie Albert. What a very dominant win here for Montclair State University. If you stay tuned just a little bit, Tyler Copen is actually going to be down on the sidelines with Coach Patrick Naughter and senior Emily Schuler for a post-game interview to talk about, again, this game and the upcoming matchups. But again, this Montclair State team, very, very dominant in the NJAC. They keep playing. They play the games well. They tied TCNJ. They tied Rowan University, the 2 teams that are going to be, that you have to watch in the NJAC, and again, in the NJAC playoffs when times come. But Montclair State keeps the NJAC playoff push alive to try to get that home bye as the 2nd seed. But again, Montclair State looks very dominant. And on senior night, Kylie Prendergast with 2 goals and extends her total up to 10 on the season. 1 more, she would tie her career high in goals. And now she is also ahead and now in the lead for goals in the NJAC by a single player. And again, that's just how dominant Montclair State has been. 43 goals on the season for them. And you have 2 more matchups left. One against Stockton, who right now is tied with Rutgers Camden. I'm trying to get the word on if that game has finished or not. Or Rutgers Newark. And then you also have in that last matchup in the NJAC for the Montclair State Redhawks is going to be against Rutgers Camden, and 2 games where you have to win. Like I said pregame, if you win out, you get that 2nd seed. TCNJ is still kind of right behind them, trying to compile a good couple of rest of the games because they do have 16 points, and Montclair State now has 17. So again, if Montclair State slips up, if they lose a game or if they tie a game, TCNJ is going to be right there, right behind them. And I think because of overall record, Montclair State still holds the tiebreaker, but because it was a 2-2 tie, that will go to overall record, and Montclair State will still have it over them. So again, if they tie, they may have a little bit of leeway, but if they lose a game between Stockton or Rutgers Camden, TCNJ is now, if they win out, they get that 2nd seed, and Montclair State loses the first round bye and then also loses the home field advantage that you're going to get in the 2nd round, and potentially the NJAC final if an upset does get pulled by Rowan University. We are getting Coach Naughter over for an interview by Tyler Copen, and we're going to send it over shortly right now. And we're going to send it right now. Tyler Copen, take it away with Coach Patrick Naughter with a senior.
I'm down here on the field with Coach Pat Naughter. Coach, how does it feel? 10th win on the season, 15 double-digit win season, and your 2nd place in the NJAC. How's your confidence?
Yeah, I'm very happy. I thought we did a much better job in the 2nd half. Great to get an early goal there for Mackenzie Albert. We're playing well. I thought tonight we struggled a little bit. They did a good job making it difficult.
What's up, Matt? How are you?
Took us a little time to get going. Left some goals on the field in the first half, but this group finds a way. It's on the a lot of back and net. 3 more points.
I like it.
What did you make from the first half to the 2nd half? Ramapo staying strong on that back end. You guys only had 1 shot in those final 20 minutes of the first half. What adjustments did you make to get your playmakers to make big time plays?
They do that on their own. And we just kind of reminded them, like, you guys are real good. And not everything's going to go easy. Like, sometimes it doesn't go as effortlessly or seamlessly as you like. But we're just going to St. Regis.
Is that better?
Great job by Mackenzie Alpha tonight. Tyler's been on great setup on the third goal. And then the back line going already Hicks was up tonight. Good job.
You want me to stay with this 2 shot?
Yeah,
Just getting on.
Solange Bell with another couple big saves. So I feel like every facet we're playing real well. We just got to rinse and repeat. Big one on Saturday.
Absolutely, and you talked about it. You have a lot of young pieces on the starting line. But on senior day, on senior night, Kyler Prendergast and Mackenzie Albert, both seniors, getting the scoring for your squad. Just talk about all the seniors, or just some of them, how much of an impact they've made.
Yeah, this group's been unbelievable. Super resilient. None of them had an easy, seamless path. You know what I mean? Like even kids like Emily are excellent players and played in many games for us in our conference. They've had spots where it's been difficult. This group has shown so much resilience and toughness. And I said to you before the game, they've made this place a lot easier to clean. Kids want to be part of this thing. And I think it's because of their value and their work rate and what they do on the field, the kind of soccer they play. So I'm very blessed to have had this group come here at this time. Hopefully we can keep their careers going a lot longer.
Absolutely. Thank you, Coach, and congratulations.
Yeah, it is on autofocus.
This season. Thomas, back up to you.
Thank you for the interview, Tyler. What an interview and well-spoken. Coach Patrick Naughter, and now, again, gets the NJAC win, and now 2 more games in the NJAC season. But before we go off a break and go away, I just want to look at the shots, because honestly, Montclair State completely dominated in shots for in this game. And if you look at it, you have the 3 goals all outside the box for Montclair State University, and we're actually going to send it back down for another interview for Tyler Copen, and it's going to be Emily Schuler with him. Tyler, you could take it away.
Congratulations on a great game and just a great career. Senior day for you. Talk to me what it means to be a part of this program.
It is on autofocus still.
Well, if you'd like me to start crying, I could. But no, I won't. I already did that earlier today. Honestly, being a part of this program, it's undescribable.
Yeah, I'm hitting it now.
Whatever. I can't put words to it. It has been the best decision I have ever made, and I wish I could do it all over again. I would be a Red Hawk any day. And saying goodbye to it won't be easy, but we're not done yet, so we're still going.
I'm going to have to go out of full.
In the first half, you had that opportunity. You took it from about midfield all the way inside the box. You got a shot. Take me through that. What was your thought process?
How's that? That's autofocus.
Going into a game like today, there's obviously a lot of emotion, a lot of energy. Just playing as a senior, playing what could be one of your last games. I think I stepped in to intercept a pass, and I had the space. I think is moved out of the way, brought a couple defenders with her, and I was able to move around that. I play defense for a reason, so my finishing is never that great, and unfortunately that showed. But I mean, hey, it was a good run. It showed that I can attack at times, and hopefully I can get it again and finish that next one.
What's so special about this team? You guys are unbeaten this year, 10 wins, no losses, 5 draws. What's so special about this team that takes you guys to the next level and can possibly get you that NJAC tournament win?
I think being undefeated obviously speaks for itself, but there's so much that comes with that. I think we've gone down in a couple games, but those might have been ones that we've tied up. It's pretty much, you don't let up, you keep pushing through it, try to get one in the back of the net and equalize the game. Hopefully we can continue to win them, stay undefeated, and no more ties.
Thank you, Emily. Congratulations on a great season and a great career. Tom, that's going to do it for me down here. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Tyler. Another great interview and with Emily Schuler. And again, Montclair State wins 3-0. But before we go off air, we have the shot chart here. If you kind of just look at it, you have obviously very dominant by the Red Hawks. And they've been outshot. They outshot 7-3 in this game. And again, you have the 2 goals from Kylie Prendergast, and then the 3rd goal, which was an absolute heater off the crossbar by Mackenzie Albert to win 3-0 for the Redhawks. And really, the Ramapo Roadrunners didn't get any chances until late in that second half, to where they almost got a goal back, but Solange Bell was there to save both of those shots. But yeah, that is going to be it for the Montclair. That's going to be it for the Red Hawks Sports Network. My name's Thomas Gaffney Jr. alongside with Tyler Copen. He's down on the sideline, but we will see you guys next time. Tune in Saturday. We have men's soccer coverage here on the Red Hawks Sports Network and another NJAC matchup. My name's Thomas Gaffney Jr. We will see you guys next time.